office of the president you know mukache say workers wo honum omate workers so but budget a yedi tua omuka de ekosoro what mathematics we be that either 1 + 1 afi de enye 2 bi 1 + 1 either 10 under NDC 1 + 1 10. You see, and this is very interesting because under President Akufo-Addo, ye fire President Akufo-Addo about the office of the president workers and more, including Pepe them lady here friends, Dr. Louise Carol Munyina, no more office of the president workers. Ye fire President Akufo-Addo. So nobody should come here and give me any cock and bull story, say, and Akufo-Addo time, man, can't. So equalization NDC journalists of one sorry I know more making and then the MPP time one can into Bahama time men can as you say the Ghana for taxpayers money for car yeah ebimu de can baby mu de can yeah the Ghana taxpayers money ne tua aban workers ka enti Akufo-Addo time o Mahama time obia or rise or kasa the fact so obi an kasa and Akufo-Addo time doesn't take away the person's right to speak. This is not an equalization issue. It's about the rights and the taxpayers' money. Taxpayers, Ghana for taxpayers' money, what is being used. And the Akufo-Addo time of publishing, according to law, no, Constitution HSI was a president publish a list of the workers. This is even identifiable workers. They are buying person body, no. Akufo-Addo time no more yak 1,000. And uncle for ye Akufo-Addo son or the Akufo-Addo one of them, the Dr. Louise Carol, pepper them ladies in back. No count office of the president. You said who you may be a no ye be a hodie, but no count. Inti NDC by ya pamon anado because they say no, sa budget na almost spend the office of the president. It was not warranted near pamon anado. Any the president mama because one my promise to say. Would you buy just efficiency and now be you deliver on the people because you main mandate a 24-hour economy, no, and fixing the economy. So now catch it. Now, office of the president, my bar, who they claim is what the workers and so no, I look a zan, a bang bois, a bang catch this what the workers and so office of the president. I may say the bois because and no, I know a ban and so bois. The abine has been exposed so bois because once you are claiming say what it. Workers or office of the president so and I'll come back to the other issues in and then you better fire or because you see no crabby or honor was here to me Ghana for years here because they be a make us say yeah mubi because we have the microphone we are the voice of Omua Omukasa Enru baby and if we decide to sleep if we decide say yen kasa if we decide say NDC bema omo kitchen blog didi attempt yen kasa yen complain yen criticize here now we are failing the very people who don't have a voice omunti any old microphone no. Because yeah dear because you want yansan ya titi e ofie ntie metena ma yesa bi aboakwase and ya makache mo kitchen blogger na no ahye dey video otumfo atem I'll come back to that issue anyhow on ready how lack of knowledge how lack of understanding how lack of comprehension lack of intellectualism ntino or did attempt just to expose himself and I say I tia no so did attempt no obeso oye no want to say oh media me issues but because only capacity to do intellectual analysis, only capacity to read, only capacity to understand, only capacity to appreciate knowledge, you know. Even his attempt to solve all kind issues, no. Now, if you are Daniel Tim Didier, and I bet then Otum for Moma, Wako catch doctors say Munjai must strike, no, so no Otum for disrespect a friend saying President Mahama, which is far from the truth. And you know, credit so Otum for in contu for now, Nankam Kofu, Ewo Kumase Confanoche. I can no mom na kede ngwase be President Mahama but again I'm saying that only nyansane understanding and intellectual knowledge intino this is the default mode e one of the beko but here man kwan mo nya abokwase this is an intellectual space and we will use intellectualism to debunk the lies Missy show we friends say fact over lies yem pentro but we will use the fact to debunk the lies and expose the lies and intro settings and scam no entiambra back to office of the president no o say ministers and deputy ministers ni MPs ni ade nyina no mu nyina o maje o mo esgasha twen we put the esgasha asem no ni nyina comes back to na the fellows kwacho for sukra can say o mate workers so what workers so to I'll come back to that issue no what workers so ama say workers na go office of the president o mo numbers ko from basika edit o mo ka de ekosoro sa settings we can kire hwan then na what workers na o mo ya ban workers so basika edit o mo de akosoro unless you want to claim say dia omu pay no omu je no mami come back there because I have the facts of the case here because unless we increase pay be astronomical In any case, ministers and deputy ministers in Omo Gracia, which includes increase in payment. Meanwhile, ordinary Ghana for the baby and tutu Omo salary move. But ministers and Omo deputy ministers now Omo increase in salary, which was contained in the committee report according to Article 71 level constitution. Let me say, so I bind be free so I enter committee, na committee then discuss a monument near there. But part of that committee, na jumane say. As I saw to determine that the incoming ministers no more ban almost salaries near monuments or see a tumwa no my recommendation to the atumuno abaya to yamomo. Into a head and a war bay one bar my old say and Crawford be a year first office of the president one out there 1 hour champion 1 hour bet me lean government to what so but sika editia or money de ekosoro sika editia abain workers in the ekosoro settings. Me see NDC abank one obeka che say 1 + 1 ye 10. Because I had 1 + 1 there 10. 1 + 1 ye 2. Inti ka what workers so a enka the budget aye dema office of the president workers nka say eba from. So I had suddenly the budget aye dema office of the president workers ekosoro even when you have reduced the number of staff settings. Inti say abanye ntumi amachire ye mu further and better particulars and maybe one abanye cannot divert attention from that issue. No crabby one me was a bina kataka. And me no baby I'm disappointed, which is a 19 I may pick his issue with a buy ministers na kasa mu felino. Or mu felino. Because before I would say Niama way say beba abonteno. I was saying Kafelis Quacho for Sunan Kasa to me Ebusan no say any reasonable Ghanaian be or no odinchine. Any reasonable Ghanaian odinchine. Ebetime who says asem we nya de ebefa. Enya de asem we ebefa. What until I was saying ka we homework. And so now they are simple for but to come and just come and spew this same way to Ghana for us, I say, yeah, baby, swallow assem no, ye mbusa questions. Yeah, dear Fanessa, what I say. Into office of the president and presidency no compensation budget for 2026. This year, last year's come to MI, but for 2026 and 248 million Ghana cedis. 248 million Ghana cedis, just compensation for 2026. Meanwhile, I buy any say. Sasika we 248 million Ghana cedis or Litia workers or just office of the president, Ministry of Finance and Maya, Ministry of Defense and Maya, Ministry of Health and Maya, Ministries na kanina Maya, just office of the president on Kwano, Sika Editia omo. The aka ways and means omujigu ombotom pedi omutuka omukwaje plane ticket business class near the nyina nka ho and nkwa $248 million. Now, we know the Kahua, it includes 157 million Ghana cedis in salaries arrears, all to staffers. Until much I say, Sasika Wenko President Kufu time, commanding Krofoka, and also Muchesika Mom, and Unquan Hokano, 156 million salaries near the Omotuakomomo. Now, Binankasam has explained to us. And then the Kufu don't inquire 146 million Ghana cedis, but Monkasama admitted some more time, more increase. The more reduce the number of ministers are more but a car more chairman ministers in their cosro. Until then better come and explain to us. That is the Rafael Quacho. So in any case, much as a ministers near there no more for Omo deputy ministers, all those people no Omoka Omodi monuments which means Esgasha the Edika. And this is Esgasha buying to a crowd one can't check Ghana for how he paid the money. Meanwhile, these are taxpayers' money. And this Esgasha way is a main issue in first Constitutional Review Commission. So Ghana for baby are not happy. If you look at IE research, no debate to Ghana, just say Ghana for baby are not happy about Esgasha. And so when this UMPP will be a can the opposition. So when Esgasha buy a big jet to much ya. Esgasha, there has not been any effort, and this by 1.5 years, 2 years. There has not been any effort. Say, Esgasha, ye chiano, ye bibia for home, ye teso, ye and I ye bibi no. Because Obia ba, so no so benya Esgasha ni bidi obedi. Me what the bear campaign opposition, Oba no so abeji Esgasha ni bidi. Because tell me why NDC buy with a major promise about Esgasha so ba obeti me who bibi. Why is NDC not removing the Esgasha? Why is NDC not removing the Esgasha? I didn't NDC Esgasha if you. I didn't NDC Esgasha no. NDC must be bold enough to remove the Esgasha. And you won't say yes, well, Esgasha if you. But you campaigned on the Esgasha. So what you buy obey so that we can use the extra money, to help things like 24-hour economy, to help things like Nkoko, which has long-term snowballing effect on Ghana. And so more we 4 years so a ombetua next year I was say next year ya president to committee so that ono so be calculation by NDC for so as gasha omo ko mo be inti sa as gasha ne ne bi a buying specific promises that were made to the people of Ghana voters. And for instance, LGBT, these are specific things that President Mahama Nena might promise that. And second year into his government, to be now President Mahama call ya yebusano LGBTQ plus. I feel no okay can no but at the end a long process. At the end answer Council of State. And now if you answer Council of State member a year, my former chief justice was resigning. And this is a woman that obedient to me can't tell me say mommy when you're principled. It is an as me who send this for normal food soldiers in be person rubbish Mami way. You cannot rubbish this woman. Mami way is one of the major people on one in near President Akufo-Addo Abai. She stood up against President Akufo-Addo Abai. Ni near the what say a year friends in Kenofoyata when they were doing the domestic exchange debt exchange. She stood up against them, not that she just commented. This woman went on protest. She went on demonstration. Into ye can be or principled, or be or patriot, or be or committed, or be or passionate about Ghana. This woman, she's passion. No, she's even a patriotic person. Patriotism personified. That is this woman. Patriotism personified is this woman. Obi or dog Ghana or drink Ghana. Anka ni anka na buying crank or beka so there be ready and Kobeka be mom. No, she called them out. And this is one of the pictures or protest openly or kuta placards no kay mo fe sika maye. Unto me fe yesika nye domestic exchange. You don't care if I IMF conditionality and I World Bank conditionalities. Muntu me nye. Or you be anka mami we sa domestic debt exchange sika bond sika on fanya we. Or you'll be our bobra and yes or ye chief justice law can why in terms of so our bobra on one soon if you good or you'll be a co be the on here sika way into comment maka say family home e here for na beka on to meda but ordinary koto ye ne ya nyina ni sisi ye ne ya ne ade nyina bet na ye demonstration against on one in your against on one able of us she is such a patriotic woman say we will not allow any foot soldier to try and undermine this woman. Ain't resigning on principle. That is why I support the Yera Matiami, the former Office of Special Prosecutor and the former Attorney General. Or can say, show us the person's resignation letter. Mami letter and train. Mami won't sorry can resign. There is something going on in Abaimwa. On you happy. The Council of State may have given advice to President Mahama about specific issues that President Mahama need to cover. Because President Mahama say food soldiers a kitchen blogger in Crawford no tiomo. President Mahama ye nim no almighty President Mahama when need that form very principled person. What the politics I say you a Democrat, you a principled person. Not the kitchen blogger na President Mahama tieno. And this guy is also bragging about you ono the President Mahama tieno. Aye. President Mahama he has refused to listen to noble people, experienced people like Sofa Ekufunum, and now Otie kitchen blogger in Crawford, Otie food soldiers see on Crawford is sad. Nti President Mahama or legacy apeso ojani. Legacy apeso ojani ne kitchen blogging legacy. When the person they say kitchen blogger and kasa openly wakase President Mahama na afa no ama na adwuma. Eh. Enti na say ye road 2 for na say tutu baby opim so. Opim so bo wa ba nyina na say wona wasoma na so medi na atam. Anya once anya twice we do opim so atem na anu ya cross opim so na ye Ghana problem otumfo ye Ghana problem because wakoka che doctor say mo nko strike omunko no munko jinkrofo nkwa anka otumfo betimi aka say oedi oyi nani ye say panyin na wotena fie man kolare na nka no ye kana nka rekufo anka oka ho but otumfo say David not on his watch and the president Akando say doctor sisu omuntie ene won fa na konwa yin anim onyam ko sere doctor say me pamocho we de mo momra na doctor say aye ra ye nim de why am ayen yenim niema obetini aye so de amaye ene yenim se de bia oboy so de ye de ofere se nya wo kra ye ra otufo na se to ababi opem so ya akonwa na wote so no fere ntu de ye beko na se otufo letter otro ye nti nipa nwu anko betini atena ne baby akase nko onfi kra in any case I saw this thing remember Matiame do letter no so otufo in 2026 under President Akufo-Addo under a year friend saying President Akufo-Addo there was guta demonstration guta for cause strike yera ni manche gamanche nyuma habo walada na gamanche ne a statement no catch a guta for sremo strike action munjai President Akufo-Addo can say good for ninja strike. Omo if President Akufo-Addo cry, he had to take Gamanche. It took Gamanche for Gamanche to come out and beg a beautiful or slow mom strike because Gamanche him say Accra assassin and nananum neguo and a business or mudidi anything a man called Fosunye BDA or momoto a nearma was so menum near take it near the homogene because of a beautiful goon cranty and almost the assembly soon says can be to Omka striker. A lot of people will be affected into a slow. Obi a meye Gamanche mami me say mo kitchen blog and no also onsua de o and also onsua de any there we must make sure say you be clear in answer because we must force him to study, we must force him to read. We must force him to read. No who say Ghana no enye bibia na ye propaganda and enye bibia na say de make de bia no say bi brusa me producer eye aboakwase asa na ade ache aboakwase asa na ade ache no. Ya wo nimdie wo hono ma ye de boa ma oman no fa no toma pefra nimdie wo hono ma we should not let anybody parade himself or pretend it as o nimbibia ma and o spew just so that obenya bibia gina so abedidi atem benya bibia gina so abedidi ye nananom ene empanifo akese atem else a little reading or reading research kito bi ankobo nse nye otumfo nko na Ghana in the history of Ghana was let's say workers enko back no monko ye aduma nye otumfo nko ahemfo akese aye bi because ahemfo ka ho na oman ye and it's good say ahemfo to me do am hojim because before politicians say ba Ghana ne ya nananom ahemfo no omo Ghana ho ban omo na omo kuta power omo na omo manage your mind. This is Guta suspend strike after Gamanche and Akufo-Addo intervention. It's President Akufo-Addo di kan kasa no man fi he had to take Gamanche. Mon fan ko check kitchen blogger no on read no research or research and ko bon sa de mon fan ko chere no. And this is published Herald newspaper. On ken kind wo hu. And ka on met na on meka say ye real too for na say to baby open so nya me kese. Ono and no disrespect President Mama. E dey na ye disrespect so hene beka say senka nipa begu wonom na nkofo begu mi hu video bi ama America so aba hospital ye nya obi ahwe na koma na okono okowu a ene eyi nyakopon betua nkofo ka chese okwa she was even cursing the hospital it in kotu for ma san nkofo nyina nwu omo mu fi sem bebe omo mu fi sefi omo de referral cases eba Confanoche mind you Confanoche en serve Ashanti region pe and serve all the other regions omo de referral cases ba ho urologists no ni ade ni omo cardio doctors omo gu wonom e no too force there be se minister akoka omo antie president Mahama ka omo antie ma me hwe se akonwa yi enumonyam wo mu aye nananom sunsum nyina wa akonwa no ma me fa ma no nkotum bi se bi omo beba no ma genipa nkwa because Ghana cholera ye wo history especially and they are flooding isu yiri ato e ma flooding ni ade cholera kra betimi ekumobi malaria betimi ekumobi if the person doesn't get timely care otum for the nano atum bi. This kitchen blogger has the audacity. I didn't know any synthetic 2 way and same for me. What this so-called kitchen blogger also so-called papa. I was central region that ben now papa accident baby see central region ko papa cradin and you abetumbi. So drivers more driver cram munya ye da ben. And so two for the nyame kese de nakonya. Boise no doctors yes sremo am de money politicians the crowd was say bia oni mo ankase yie e na mo kra yes sremo ada we de mo de ma ye hwe the technicalities because asem ba ne ye kan yes asem ye de ya no na ye kan asem o ye mfa seka ndwa asem ba ne ye kan ye hwe de ye right ye hwe de ye right especially when it involves the life when it involves human life ye hwe so when minister na right or minister work doctors na dey be interested in the moment no ye be den ya jinkrofo nkwa ye be den ya jinkrofo nkwa in that particular moment akotum for the Ghana constitution here clear to politicians ahemfo mo nye politics although ye nyina enim ahemfo ane omo ye politics openly so tum for fanano ntum in any case in fact when he go 2016 obi a wo ye reasonable person when he go 2016 President Mahama ebe ye nti obi ani ade ene otum for na ne kosai otum for nka ne nana President Mahama na anu ana boko mamprusi ni kusa asifo yi yewra President Mahama kasa excellency kra ede adwuma ne ma President Mahama dai nana otumfo that's no kan o say oni otumfo nyina na nyini ye nti wo kitchen blogger you cannot na wo just on free cry yesen unfree yesen wo ya hwan wo free hin wa na wo we President Rollins be say who born dog say wo na wo pese wo che se mo otumfo fa na no nkoto asem bi hwe de o kire bi ya wo ye hwan ene otufo kasa yenti strike na cha na say kitchen blogger on kanya de on ready no intellectual capacity brain no capacity nyina ne atemdie. So when you stop him from doing atemdie pe na wapen because the default mode of the brain no e atemdie ojaya atemdie no oni any relevancy. What they are saying now, you stop on atemdie no. Ya kana na me ne me yire ni baby etia no he. Ni entumi tia kana aka na me yire opamio na I say nse hunu sa. Sebi obi ese nkwasi akeka sa na nani so atente. Kwasi akeka sa na Yesu aba. Kwasi akeka sa na Yesu aba. Enko ready kakra onim ade anko betinya kenkan a. Ka o kenkan ma hu se good ayi gamanche. Wetumi aboa me ya stop ayi da. Na yankopon sha gamanche ntira mkate ni gamanche nyuma ha bol wala da yankopon sha gamanche because susume wona konya na oteso no na ekufo ado krakasa ya gutafo ntie no gamanche di na no tumbe gutafo se dabi na na akasa dia na ono na ti akonya kase so won kan enti agye atum ye be jai strike no mu jai strike no, but you have the audacity to say yamma okwan na be didi otumfo attempt for stopping people from dying, for getting the doctors back to eyi. Nemom di onu mom tina ho no man nkrofo da nkonwa mu for treatment. Onu di onu mom tina ho ye hwe han ya na nkonwa ni bed ni emergency ward. Di onu mom tina ho ye hwe han ya na fe nkrofo kra beje oma wo ye di nkrofo to fom ansa ne ahwe omo no. Onu de onko kese no agenda setting ti no ye ntu ye ni nsi otumfo so. The same people ya na say otumfo tu kom ne nam kate ene akochi otumfo ene akochi otumfo so mani ewu ene na otumfo abrofo ne yi kese na ye de palanko ye si ye ji otumfo nchia no. Enim guase de ebi mad otumfo so da abroni beye ni adwemone otumfo na adwuma ne sunsum no. What he does is to build Ghana, help. And enye otumfo nko a togbi afede ni tumi a togbi afede wo me say so no na sogli power plant togbi afede ne kofa free China baye ene ye ka power generation capacities a Ghana wa togbi afede power plant oh yes so no na sogli e ka ho na Ghana enti enya kane a wo Ghana. Chiefs are omo buama o nation building akọ nanim. Ahemfo omo buama Ghana mine akọ nanim. Gamanche ne no nam ha no ye project education fund na say what ne fund or bua or ye say or ha helping to build Ghana bi na Gamanche stop a strike no. And so abroni be ye the kitchen blogger me say adwen on de no ye medidi atem ye enko. Because ye tua na ka be so no na say ono agya to mpin say mahama na abọ ne pa nti se president mahama obetena ho abo obi pa na so odi mpanifo akese atem. Even people who are helping you dagbon asem pa ye nim nkofo efre omu kusase ne ade ba wa wonim nkofo efre omu waku commission unim so otumfo ni nyina otumfo has been involved na so obetena ma o kitchen blogger aya law ye free bibi se by acquiescence by your conduct oni ye wan kan kire no krase didi abc di atem na se wona wafa na adwuma na se nipa no didi nkrofo atem na wan ka hwea. You are vicariously responsible, you are vicariously liable for defamation or defaming nkrofo no. Nti president mama etoje wo na no maybe we akira omo wo che nim nyina beka bi eno maybe wo mu a enye kitchen blogger ne pe ne benya obi a wo na wabọ ne pa obi a wo ka ho obi a wo na wo ye no yodum obi a wo na hye ne kutupa mu nyina mbenya bi. It's just sad. So nko otumfo wa adwen pa ono yesi ahemfo nye politics, but at least ne de kakra de bebo development or de boa togbi afede ne de kakra de bebo development or de boa bi ne de oye house of folk or de boa enti se wo so otumfo koye contribution ye fundraising ye de bi boa konfa no chi we children's nye hon man ye ko raise fund ye de so ho and so adwen money nti ye running it down nti this is the reason so that wo ye food soldier now so obenya opportunity obetie you see say ahemfo tumi boa ma strike ende. Enti so otumfo boa ma strike na ekofo konfo na chena endia otumfo is not alone. Gamanche wa boa bi da ama ye ni nyina na boa ye positive ye fo na so bon semma ahemfo no se piao onko so nye. Enti Gamanche aye bia ade na otumfo de obedi na tem because ono o time bi or resentment bi or harbor some hatred bi for asanteman. Enti bi asanteman be ye anytime also or running it down. Emma so I mean say me say jana nano me can me say anytime obebo asantimo otufo din we will come back and fire it. We'll come back and debunk it. A fact over lies and trony mo bi akwan Emma on say asem ni nyina oti ase no kra na wom no yebeka. And this same confanochi issue ya kwa
when the president speaks, it's a policy that the minister must implement. Nobody has the right to close any portion of a health facility without the consent of the health minister. So the decision of the minister is not subject to the review of the board. It is the decisions of the board that is subject to the review of the minister. Mr. Speaker, in this case, I invited the CEO and I inquired whether what he has done was not contrary to the position of Mr. President. Mr. Speaker, the man admitted and apologized before me and other officers. Mr. Speaker, in order to send a clear signal, and punitive actions are meant to serve as deterrent. Mr. Speaker, we then proceeded to direct the board to allow the said CEO to sit aside for 2 weeks and then investigate the PRO. Mr. Speaker, is it a decision I needed the approval of the House to do so?
Era Akando health minister no na minua ba ma ukonya e no posti wo Facebook o si Akando asemba anya abutre Akando asemba anya abutre wo ha wani ya wo de na ayeden Akando na ayeden all these bureaucratic processes how can a president aka say nobody has the right to close down any emergency ward. This is no unreasonable because Sebi, I don't know one because the president is say more be ankoda from me and Tritino. I don't know why I'm say more be ankoda konyum. Does it even sound right to you? Say a whole emergency department bed the me one mako 37, but they have patients 69 patients and you are talking about bureaucratic policies. Like this is the standard president to say more be ankoda. I don't know president koma bed kofanochi or no. I don't want come bed and comfort from the treaty omono. Sometimes I you look at the substance of the issue. So to me, it comes with implied power. Say if there are anything a kahumbia a bebwa amani pana managinoa on fankahum. It doesn't mean say that there be any pan 1+1 comra home mebusao. No. One mani panu to me so managing hospital. There is a board that is working with the chief executive. Board and then they say ya approve chief executive ni say ya hwe ye na say the nipa abo apeso hospital ha no ya mane ye say ya nipa bewu nti yen closing it down na ye manage emergency cases no na ye wi ani asan fra cases ni biom. This is a reasonable thing. Nti instead say one minister wakwakoto asem no so a wo be check the reasonableness of asem no a decision na board no CEO na take no you are rather focusing on just say power say na president aka say and na president buy no can say nipa yen nkofo da form yen nkofo mo meda form president ka say yen nkofo mo meda form ana president ka say yen nkofo mo meda nkonnwom mu entreaty omo adana president provide all the resources yenim say a third world country. The president cannot provide all the resources for every hospital. Into hospital, implied, they must manage. They must manage. It is a one man or a bed back. No betting manage no nipa me no about the other bed no so na bia with me show mu nyina so de obepamo back to nkofie nkowu no. And you know betting ya sa. That is the implied power. Busa any bia. It power. It comes with implied power. Implied authority. Say nipa no bibia ojiri say reasonably obey account. So if you look at the reasonableness of the issue, you don't even suspend the person. Decision now take it and as minister was bad. And here Akando na mkase president mama ministers na kasa they are failing him no. Or so prove ya say chinchini decision we taking here right. And then the CEO and they say and it counts nobody has authority. What has authority when people are dying? Nipa wu also authority. Nipa da akonyom also authority. Into obi be wo a yenye na wo in the with authority na authority now can any emfanye nipa wo. Nipa ewu na wo say emergency surgery meanwhile bed be any emergency department or the authority the yes emergency surgery no. You must admit to say as minister me I can't do your madam for, but you must admit that you were wrong. You just went overboard. You were too Ebiano. This is the same aggressive posture, and I can't only take a decision or the suspending minister no. And Kaudia see I said be obi fum kuma yemfum dwa mebo anya sa na yeka no. Enti yemfa say o subordinate bi kra CEO no so wase no. Waye bibia enya wo na wo frɛ no. No, I can say, look, say if the bigger motive bigger motive, but I had attention and say you wanted to save lives in Kwadia and in action, you will not be suspended for it. This is normal basic corporate governance law. Basic corporate governance rules. When you be a so pass to be obi a why adwuma in corporate structure be anim say sometimes or more be position or yeah adwuma sometimes nipa ne betimi akọ aye mistake your friend ko nsuo na boy you know it's even admitting the minister ne can say you see you na adwuma say botaya adwin e we kire ne say or the begging microphone can say they obi mewu a you don't suspend the man. You don't suspend the man. You don't suspend the man. Because when him said the motive no was only motivated by a positive objective to save lives, which is the major objective. He now the doctors swear oath no Akando own swear be. So you don't know this objective. It's sad. Now I could trying to justify the unjustifiable. You are trying to justify the unjustifiable. You had no business suspending the doctor. But doctors say what Ghana on be di no mahel. And these are the things can't be President Mama popularity ratings eba for man. I research by your because popularity rating eba for no mashada kofa Musa Dankwa say Musa Dankwa be neutralize. Oh, President Mama, the popularity ratings no crack. I don't be anya Ghana ni ana. And the normal any Musa Dankwa in political analysis. Of course, you some the research or say, but we also know say any research be a say. Any normal tangent of political trajectory, better say politician be eba o first year no or 100% approval rating. Or second year na drop it. That is the normal scheme. And everything that is happening, yeah, Ghana for you o krom ye nim de ekoso. Untumi me that da. Say there aye be kind here. What is this? Which research na mo yeah obi you the same Ghana for now as population. We all know the sentiment of people when you go online, when you go on the street, you see people are complaining. People are even NDC food soldiers to crowd complaining about the and as supporters you took for munkobi and conforming position mu ya mo mubi ye cheche nurses you post you mu teachers you omuka and all this in Musa dan compensation so President Mama approval rating as double. It is a lie. It is a lie. It will be a research DB. It's not possible. Research be one how do any two formal. You can see that this research is based on facts on the ground. Research be one is completely disconnected, and nobody can come and lie to us, Massa. Nobody. Me say President Mama, Minister, Health Minister, Akando wanyadi or no him. I don't know whether or no or one of my officials say, oh, the other ministers who could have done the job better than him to say as an eto no at the internet was so or force why no be as or ye be man bro. So Akando madam for but on this issue he was wrong. On this issue, Akando you're wrong. Akando you're wrong. This week another issue besan kan wasem eh minister ya mami maslog bossy mami ye didn't say in abstention and I've seen story and then mama yariga catch MPP for say omon kofa your friend saying oforiata mra no man kofa oforiata ma MPP for must keep quiet kra any day and then yes that's something that omo were saying say omon kofa oforiata mba or say ayariga and afenyo mark o ma clash over oforiata issue no what you say but NDC munim say said in Antama class me more na more opposition more than a bayana. Someone for number. Na more opposition I said in Antama case and started here. You never brought her 8 years. And you have no business telling anybody to bring anybody. Me kind of I don't support him if he has to face the law. No one let him come and face the law. Me support you for staying in America near. All facing law no ye ma Ghana sika seswa as a steward. It is your job so bebu a contact about how you handle the money. Until I support it, let him face the law. But you can't do equalization. Say on MPP for MP somebody oforiata beba. MPP for no man manage oforiata. Oforiata no any penny dada. We didn't come to seek approval from anybody. And sana or bagana. Into no asking a man file a man of permanent residence. That's his business. Muna wasa muko catch America government because America immigration federal law. So right to America nakacho say look the person that you have granted immigration status to a permanent residence to the person is facing trial in Ghana and we want the person to be extradited. Tell American government after all Ghana ne omo prisoner exchange. America person omo befa abutreka. Aden amu de mu to me some push America no mo for mo. So now that the process has finished. No? Now he has no business staying there. Because right now he's not going through any judicial procedure in America. It is no person do for but this is even the perfect time. When you're the permanent residence to bring him. This is the time to bring. But I'm saying, say NDC nankata. More asemi amoya diversionary status no. Mashada person mo do for ya many other issues that diversionary tactics. This is what Franklin Kujo is saying. Say, Mami ya convicting a on she's gone through the entire due process. Court processes in a way where you dinner semini idea. Time who salam be blah here didn't betum na pabam or koy. Ya convicting no. Or by ya mo de na them so yare. No be yare. If you near her and I say hospital near her no. Obi yare a mo na mo be determine so yare na doctor na be confirm so yare mo de na shede you see from day one NDC cousin mama ya dey extraditing na bagana na nkofo jubilate na mo masa settings mama onum ti wo baby. I nearly posted this on Facebook. I nearly posted this until say me you be won say mama no won sawom enye sa even in sawom okra mo betimi de na ko honne akotwa picture akotwa video omu wi no masa na be chefie unim Ghana ho enna fe Franklin Kujo abekan wabeti NDC for to say maame no oni samom bi a o seven sentence bi ahute otifie numbro brodo ni cheese mo ma sheda so oyare wo he oyare amofa the medical report mra oyare let the medical report be published ni ehu so oyare in any case oyare hospital ni editing no de no defie hospital Ghana de ho abro politicians abro when nyina akoso makotia exgratia me say you to know you must not allow this back and forth politics. Because look, it appears government there, which I say, what being was our sentence, and diverting attention, come baby for any idea, just and no, it's in a memory. My committee will expose all the lies, all the diversionary tactics, and focus on the issue. This is the issue. This is the issue. Yet then will be a convicted. I'm not to say 10 years and can all serve 10 years. No. The person has to serve the 10 years until say president back to a pardon. No. And the own pardon no. My young ya serve ya much that the nipana betnefi. And na Franklin Kujo akwatimoto no. Ono so de ono abeja to so Parkinson so ono nti ho say ohun asem no beka and o beka no. And na Franklin Kujo abeka no mama nipa ne tifie num eti. Mashada Babe catch say these are all the things that government person divert attention to other issues. This week, me say kitchen blog cry ne who met you or 2 phone diversionary tactics just to take attention from the fact that my men waba and so more than that nephew and all we brodo ni cheese. Or tifie no we brodo ni cheese is not serving any sentence. Don't be fixated on politicians. Be very careful what you believe. Be very, very careful. It's just sad say we are getting this because Ghana this is a country obi Korea banche no them obi Korea body no them 10 years 18 months obi Korea we no them and so politician ko dey do ni cases so na was on no face mrani bi na we dey court of competent jurisdiction cross sentence na wie onko mu bia da bi we be hu na kakra krom be man pardon no abafie na omo wi abode omo wi adokono omo nyina mu tifie na politicians dey omo use plea bargaining for their own advantage. They are using it for their own advantage. This is it. We are Ghana ni na say unu bi akoda cells da unu bi akoda prison da. Look at this story and advise yourself accordingly. We are Ghana ni na obi unu bi akoda cells da unu bi akoda police station yet na kokoto even police custody cry wo the prison custody Asha Fort in Samoma Kuze prisons whole prisons. So they look at this story and advise yourself accordingly. If politicians in here didn't hear say you know, me no the nya asem straight near do call. Sometimes pack court no chalk court no cry mile. Court me there me patch mu hu me mobo because I'm running your mitigation to me patch out. It even when the for cry I'm running mu betimi patch out before you are convicted and the court can consider child panel so when you boneda you're a first time offender there be and they would yeah ma pardon and so politician they are convicted you know or no the otifie and now Franklin Kujo kanu. Nti government na say the Franklin Kujo enye kanu no kre. Government come and give us evidence. But chere ma me no won sawom. Ya kofo na no she prison uniform. Come and show us. Don't come and lie to us. Oh na nya no kre the Franklin Kujo kanu no kre. Come and show us evidence. Come and show us video. Ma me no won sawom or she prison uniform. Come and show us evidence. And yes me they say bia ma me nya asem. But when a court of competent jurisdiction pronounces judgment on somebody, the only way I will bet me overturn is to take the due process and appeal. From na kwan so na appeal. Ebi a wo appeal kura say the agree that ye be kwashe judgment ni ama wa bafie. Appeal it. Appeal it. See yankwase conviction kwa perhaps ebi a sentence ni e dey ama no na court betwam. Appeal it through the lawful process. But there's no way I would all the mama na court na fie num ti. No for real the say change na yemfa ne mra. No be face the same law. These are two, they are all politicians. Omunyina tomra. Omunyina so is related to money. Omunyina so is related to the protection of public purse. And if both of them nyina na ye bonia, crucify Akufo-Addo and crucify we so let Obia, we are equal before the law. That's what Article 17 says. Now, so more mama yati assess a law ni we are not equal. Ebi mu de omunya pardon, ebi mu de omu tenefie num tea, and ebi mu de omu konsam. Eko hard labor. And ye sankwasefo na ye here for Monday, and ye kodem. It's just sad, said your mind Ghana tieno, and where we are taking this nation. Why are we doing this to ourselves? No, be a Korea board here because a common deno. Yet nakotum. Obi akwa Korea banchi rollers, so haba, obi to me Korea dekit be or cotton didi keke yet nakotum 2 years, 3 years. Sometimes you have man possibility no cross it to your fine. Na found who did there be no call. Yet nakotum. Obeba nanu ya na boy be ko prison. Nanu ya boy be a chin within 2 weeks no woo. Yeah, na 2 weeks na boy na who prison. And so politician they to make on tea with you. Hey, Ghana, the kind of that we are living for Mano is just sad. What we are doing with the politics is really, 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 really sad. It's really, really sad. Musa Dankwa research na American in it. And I know I research by research cast 6 months President Mahama approval rating not drop it. 10 places. Na Musa Dankwa di way by. 71% of Ghanaians currently approve President Mahama's job performance compared to 67% in March 2026. We say Musa Dankwa di na makan. We research baby faba we di enfa enya no kre. We di enya no kre. It's not possible. Because America said the normal trajectory of politics and the politicians' performance. They say, we are there crying your second, now near my coffin. Over first year, no approval rating here was through because of enthusiasm near there about your government expectation, no excitement about the government. Yeah, it is 2025. Na Musa Dakwadi way by excellent, but in 2026 when doom so. Comfort TikTok near the complaining doom some our kitchen blog radio matem. In 2026, when you show flooding up back, I'm a flooding young meaning for even NDC for bubu or madaye gumomo complaining. In 2026, by Nankasa project near the payment of salaries are a problem. 2026, teachers and casa complaining about salary. 2026, a nurses say you post you one moment. Nurses need to be crowd up. Nano get back when me posting the picture. You posting into order what do banchi. And this year, 1 year, okay, say na approval rating as I jump because room. Musa Dankwa come again. Come again. Away there. Crocodile John research pan and Musa Dankwa person no. We are not buying this. Come and tell us something better, or we are not going to buy this. You know, my member video wait to them.
Not just when politics for that matter. Other institutions of state that are affiliated to.
I don't know, say mo take MP the voice, I'm mommy who say mo take the voice, I'm on the voice, and here above from.
Fight. Everybody must be involved in the value chain, in the fight against corruption. Because if we are to wait till the embezzlement is done, if we are to wait till the corrupt practices are done, it becomes problematic. That is why we must always follow the award of contract, the expenditure that goes into it, even the quality of material that is done. And that is why I'm proposing a new system where the citizenry will also get the opportunity to even follow, to also be able to trace the entire value chain system to ensure that, the right thing is being done at the right time, not wait till the harm is caused. They will now come back chasing people, wanting to fight people to pay back the money that they have taken. And that has been a concern in Parliament, that has been a concern everywhere. That the fight against corruption should even start.
Okay, because say noise or background until okay, I get you. I'll fix it and get back to you on that issue. But one of the things I'll be who's President Mahama ministers almost saying disappointing in performing poorly. Sam George, say every day be Sam George entokwa obi beka say entokwa hunu entokwa em just say oh Sam George. And near man toko I'm far just say and toko hunu na Sam George sorry I want kwa Sam George. Say asem we Sam George catch up so say say ye to e data no aye use e data no ye nim say the data no ti anase Sam George ye to data no say the use data no how as data no to ya na asan even NDC supporters baby are complaining about how data no usage how our networks ni cheat consumers omu cheating subscribers. These are the issues you must focus on. They be Sam George and tokwa en nikabasta and oko from DSTV to aha. When you have to sit down and give us better results, Oh, see, previously 1 month of unlimited 100 MB broadband on MTN cost 987. Now it costs 299. Way. Sam George. Sam George, yes, what? Just I don't even know what President Mama ministers in baby or more, you know. Sam George, all of a sudden, Sam George, the same Sam George, or catch a Kufuado say Kufuado, or to say spoiled child. President Kufuado, a spoiled child. Akola ya jije ne so amana broso. Akola o ya je ne toya osu. President Sam George, ono catch ne nana Kufuado nimpon, ne nana. It's sad. It's just sad what people are doing in President Mohammed's government. Yeah, amount mandate, amount resources, deliver. And then they won't deliver. Who now catch MTN for what now we a PR my MTN. And now we a marketing officer my MTN. Who now bet MTN no money mamu product boy at so new product I so. Into I'm passing at so I young Ghana for no. We are getting value for money as I'm don't know about catch na. Yeah, you use MTN data and yeah, you nyansa e behu say at so ana. Who now be catch say at so. Ye dear here and now go UK for my banning social media from Kola maybe 16 years and below. What's yanum na educator? Run a draw so then on the cock don't so no mamma on him ma or bro no their two telegram. And no there's some job who ye. What's yanum na LGBT you also want our champion at Yenja on our bed for so long. Besinde one sign bill no moon to me and for so ye. More than one hour fast. And no what's yanum now here demonstration they could for to send LGBT a could for the bush of one LGBT for and then they'll buy our party for almost 2 years. More any LGBT and they who is Sam George. Who is Sam George? Ya obetimi aye ho adwuma wo na wada ne MTN for marketing officer wo na wo kirem data no de yate so ne de ente so nti ete MTN for corporate affairs manager no oni adwuma ye wada na wo ye na adwuma. It's just sad, Sam George, and the importance is sometimes you need to do the needful. Now make a president mama ministers no they are failing him miserably, and this is where we expect chief of staff and far ban starting shrink for into line. Because you have just 2 years under President Mama to deliver. Because Ghana yent na mobi a mekanza cock and boost in Ethiopia and a President Mama tetem and a President Mama tetem and fa constitution is specific obi enya 2 terms. Rollins now Rollins na kaso NDC party in 2 terms. And then a President Mama the ancestral rules for President Mama. And if you quit NDC General Secretary Krakano and conform you almost or more no kwan you. So because of position with President Mama who into just kissing us and boot licking. The beyond become be a President Mama and a President Bemana San Cote. Mona mutual constitution na. Mona mo the interpretation of the constitution. Say nuntina mo much that party court no so that you get your own judges into the court so that you change the constitution and emfa. Constitution is in 2 terms and obi abeko President Mama call 1 term the second term they no asa there are people in NDC almost ko be Joshua Alabinum ni ade nyo nyina di president ni be chief of staff mo di president ni be obi ade be they be mo be the needful na ya boa mo man na konanim no it's just in for the whims and caprices of a few people. Mrs. Anyama we e cost with said nam tamakula be ya mode na hye dem mama ni tea no me say Kufuado time and obi ko share ne dem pan obi o face conviction e kan Ghana anka Sam George o maye na because Kufuado anye sakra na moko demonstrate kumnana do maye je kumnana do maye nana do no eja we do no owu aso on hwere hwe because nana do ade papa bi e we ase you enjoy bi da aduane sika ma ni nyina wa enjoy bi da who say anya news. Moi, mutumi sponsor mo kitchen blogger mo be catch President Kufuado ya kwadro and we bubu no tissue each mo because o say you obenya kwase bi am we piano. With the same people, mo dey ma bana mutumi nya ade a obi kan cry obi criticize ko am obi am criticize you have the audacity to insult the person. mama sponsor nkrofo me say na edro me say nyankopon de ni tumi so nyankopon ni tumi so papa na edro ache omo kitchen blogger na ene de ono anenu muton o ka so ono apede mama na ehunu mbobo na wafa no ono wenya advantage no amma na adwuma ono is admitting because enyina enim dada. We also said your kitchen blogger ba Ghana no mama ni security on torage baby obeko bia ya mama ni security fo na ye bo no yi ehun ban when nipa we ayi obia che say emfa ho ye lawyer ye doctor so me say otumi ka kire judge say wo judge wo ye mo meme ya pamo ya transfer wo judge watch your back because judge need follow law no at dismiss any papa case. Also the case back now you can't state a plausible statement or claim you be dismissal case eto obia nka no ko eto ne papa de bi obema ya transfer judge no ni nyina president mama ne crop for hwe no omo hwe no na o ministers e ka so mo deliver amabo akoye ye friend say blue water gas be see na nipa say no ma stop or match or more galamsey mo. How much galamsey have they stopped? After they suddenly Ghana no sections na koswama ya top media ya top tiktokers ya top bloggers ya top bia dreamer even galamsey asema ekufu at the time ya kana no pa ya kana wia ya kana nwumre and then all of a sudden obi ampo nkan galamsey asem nipa kakra bi pe ne kan galamsey ya top bia dwene because settings ya pese ya me divert attention from national issues into me and kan galamsey asem me and kan galamsey asem. It's sad on my way where we have politics ya de akwakodu to the extent na niam akoyi anka me say enke ho first former chief justice obe resign if you abam former chief justice osema resign if you council of state and niam ankoyi that is no kra na church musa dan kwa reset no ye na nya no kra. For the first time, how many times the council of state members resigning? How many times the council of state are resigning? Meanwhile, council of state were resigning. Now I be jina be katena president mama ne approval rating kwasan kosoro in leaps and bounds. Kokembu sorry we misa dan kwa eno plan be masa. What the research by you feel but we nko ade yesro research we the emfa research we the anya no kre research we the bogus research we emfa research we emfa emfa council of state member for the MC da na Matiami du catch no well Matiami du crash am say then o say mum publish letter no council of state no na ma me na ka mum publish letter no na ye hu say yes mum publish letter no na ye hu say ma me no this is the reason why you resign ye publish the letter publish the letter me hu now publish letter no ba be kan first say azan akire say na o na ma me na resign because the same ma me na resign until mama this week na ma me na resign ma sheda e di akata so for a while afen enne na asem alarm ne blow no hu o ma sheda ko fan sem bebre aba just to cover up adwini nyina be free hono makọ a different thing say with the government with the unim no hu. This is what Martin Amidu was saying. Martin Amidu was saying then publish of Kufu's resignation letter now. Martin Amidu demands. And Martin Amidu say the former Attorney General Martin Amidu is demanding that President Mohammed's government publicly release the resignation letter of former Chief Justice Sophia Kufu following reports that she resigned from Council of State last year. According to him, the government owes Ghanaians full transparency on the matter, especially since she was reportedly not participated in Council of State activities since her resignation. The sovereign people of Ghana are entitled to the expectation that the government will exhibit the highest degree of probity, accountability, and transparency. This is NDC and CASA slogan, probity and accountability. No, a NDC slogan from PNDC time. And Nona Martin Amidu, who is also somebody who is from PNDC time. Kai NDC for said, the sovereign people of Ghana are entitled to expectation that the government will exhibit the highest degree of probity, accountability, and transparency. He argued that continuous silence from the government, this Martin Amidu, I say the continuous silence of government. He argued that the continuous silence from government raises suspicion and could damage public trust, insisting that the resignation should not only be confirmed but also fully disclosed for public scrutiny. This is Martin Amidu. The resignation should be fully disclosed for public scrutiny. Try a long statement. Into we are buying also drink or for who different from a Kufuado. Not Chief Justice, former Chief Justice, as a member of Council of State, I resign. na yenim mpacho come and tell us so we are by now one person you be so we settings if government wants to prove say by we any settings government any crocodile john any azan any scam come and tell us why the woman resign and Martina Medukano just NDC nankasa na NDC party ni gina so no a mantra need probity, accountability and social justice for the sake of all these things are rolling the jam no come and explain to us and publish the letter. No wonder say NDC 34 anniversary NDC big men and anniversary celebration no fifi kwete ni ese dun kete na ya the president mama mo ni NDC groups mo NDC ntina monya position no omanko se on person omte Mahama party inside NDC omo person omte Mahama party inside NDC enti no wonder because Martin Amidu Asama Oka in demanding said the Mamini resignation letter no should be published or say the tenets of NDC probity, accountability and transparency it's in Yama Miensa way to publish Mamini resignation letter but NDC naka said him so much more free Yama Sana Martin Amidu Kano Oma chomo enti na me se NDC ankasa anniversary omo anko na sa niema we na council of state member kra hu se enkoye inside wa resign a Musa Dankwase na president approval ratings ko asan ye double and Kokwanasi story we Musa Dankwa Kokwanasi story we kan we Kokwanasi story me say the normal trajectory no politicians and the presidential candidates nipa ne ba first year ne approval ratings are high second year ne approval ratings ko form na ye ni mo hwe kra ye nye research but simple thing to dum so ankofo complaining on social media dey ante flooding ya NDC for crash sponsors kroma dan ye bubu ni ante ensure ya yiri afa obi afie because we didn't exercise any due diligence ya anya proper planning for the flooding ye hu kwan ya mo se mo ya ye hu kwan bi a mo yi ye hu ada ya da na ya hu se nsu ato a nti ya sorry yesu ya hu fom Musa Dankwa me meaning say politicians omo try to manipulate you. They are trying to squeeze your balls. They are trying to push you so that be reset to favor them. But Musa Dankwa, stand your ground. Me Musa Dankwa unya chance go and talk to your friends papa your friends and cry poster oh dispatch paper editor go and talk to him on show what politicians can do to people who do posts. I hear research in a year papa one. I hear research and say my president popularity rating about from president Ankasa Nimdia man you would stick to that. Now what start here near my obetimi. Yes, uncle for now you do a president for nature or mobile. Oh, you are doing or don't mind anybody. A bit to a kufado. Or buy your free SHS first year, no kufado to Nitia. Oh, yeah, we are doing well. Oh, we are doing well. No, don't let go for lie to you. Who said ground and yet Benefsin exactly? Joseph Medasipa. Who said go and talk to Benefsin, not Benefsin, what politicians like to do to posters. They always want to manipulate you so that they post a favor. Go and Mr. Benefsin, they experience. Or bachelor. Ya dumana Musa Dankwa ye no krofo ye bi atwam o my ye bi atwam over 30 years on de my ye bi atwam go and talk to them. I ye de na ye befa. Politician bi a woni mo ba akonya na ye kakra na me see NDC supporters ko agya. Omo to social media complaining krofo ya to credit am omo de ya nto bi am omo they are complaining Musa Dankwa say you can't lie to us. The ground no dum so ba ye any ground akwanya enye any ade we all see what is going on in the ground and the ground speaks volumes. It speaks a ground from the ecosom ground or the ecosom a more of research material than any research will be able to me. We will not allow anybody to do anything. Mr. President, Mama ministers no Omusuni or buying from Sam George. Any idea more manipulating for they no longer talk about the issue they talked about when they were in opposition. And near more they campaign in opposition. Now they are not talking about it. I don't cry, it speaks volumes. President Mama ministers now are failing him. They are failing him. You buy any economy ni you buy and then one baby $1 no crowd. One baby $1 no ko 12. And then ko 12 sika mo pompe and stabilizing dollar ni na ya shit can di asan. They say dollar nam 12. By next year na dollar no ko 14. Why are we doing that? Artificial cosmetic stabilization of the city. And ke betumi di sika na ye destabilize the city na city factories. Mr. President Mama catch na ye factories mi ensape. Wo de ya kra Kumase takrade some key areas just here temamenye bi de temaye factories bi Accra Kumasi takrade some central region Cape Coast so they key areas that's enough Who is the stabilization of the city? National agency, because you can't do you can't fool all the people all the time. You can't fool all the people all the time. You cannot pump money to stabilize the city all the time. Baby, the economy will not be able to withstand it. And then I have to force in the tax for quarter parliament, and the full no tax component a woman can buy you. I buy so Sandy Biba Beckham because just say, yeah, what as for mine. That's why maybe on my we must not do politics with it. Meanwhile, NDC ministers or more than my politics under Mahama and there, Omunina can different story. Yenye steady Wagana, yenye steady Wagana. Yenye steady. Be any Black Stars, yes, and Black Stars say yenye crazy about Black Stars. President Nankasama promise or the local players and the build of Black Stars. And then you go 2 years, local players away. Local players say yo. Local players away. Black Stars in a done it for Kobo ya. The usual Black Stars that we know. President Mama Nankasa should sit up and push your ministers, whip all of them into line. Say reshuffle now, do the reshuffle. Let me whether they reshuffle also reshuffle like the energy ba benimo. Yempe reshuffle as Zambia, reshuffle emfa energy biama emwa omano. Yenye reshuffle like the energy beba, reshuffle like bema enthusiasm ba, reshuffle like the deliverables. Ebema is hard deliverables. Do that kind of reshuffle. Do that kind of reshuffle. Reshuffle like beba. Nanya dia we dia unto me nya adwuma no, but instead say ye mbe hide the fact that adwuma no nko yie nti mo kitchen blogger no mo man no need atem. This is two voya mudi na tem no actually wo Canada yi. Ono akra so di no susu. You see me dey otu vo dey ho oye pani kase na ye kan ye se pani dey odue mate. Mo ye na bone kra mudi na tem kra mo suppress no kra. No san boa Ghana. Say okoboa Black Stars. Okoshe Black Stars game. No dey nenu onyama ko support team no so that the team no chese chese wohu hwe ni nyina motua nkrofo ka me se net kitchen blogger nankasa nenum no bi share me the video ono anenum o se Mahama na agbo ne pa even asem we ahyase me beka na NDC bo na nya no kra e na onye aduma Mahama even krom kra say na onye NDC ni ano ono ankasa beka chem so ye NDC ni afede ono ase Mahama na agbo ne pa o se Mahama na ama na aduma ama no contract. And this President Mama, me so wow to 1 year did you unia President in a friend say you ran I said to a baby open so you didn't tell my net say wow nipa na born a pano into penny I would say for me and cano you can't carry for only first person it's sad but mommy reading more messages be proud African or say if you're Ghana and the NDC has taken a step forward and 2 steps backwards and Haile Selassie say okay Musa Dankwa de or say Haile Selassie Musa Dankwa say what the man you pacho Franklin doctor or say discerning minds know that Musa Dankwa is lying and they find this in the anya dey betumi credible that because at time Musa Dankwa kan yin anya dey betumi dey ho atoso no so ne message no so ediaba eno another person so message no so ediaba okay we maka o messages no God will say please Ghana is there. I say, if you are please, Ghana is there for trouble. I doubt for the cap. Okay, about Ghana players now. Eko Canada. No, well, yeah, try me because your team, any team. Ghana, the tribe, yeah, one shot. Group stages, no cry. You qualify free one and Yakopon Aboy. Yeah, shut any team, sir. Any team. Ghana Black Stars, the any team. Proud African, you say if you like your shirt, Proud African. Enough for you Kumasi and on the buy in a hand, you know, we proud Canada, we Canada vibes, no. And so too for kitchen blogger dinner 10,000 years across, still up him so come up in beba. I said they'll call for ya, Mukano say, Oboba, Yentijai, Assasia by hand, conform to Assasia by Yentijai. We see the Ukuma up in beba. And to forget you'll be no insult, and a back will be a share, and no two vocals, more son to tell me here. Obi ntumi be di obi atem silence obi a maso ye nyina ye wo no ano no ye nyina ye wo 32 na egum no ye be kasa wan kasa oti ho a ye yi bone wan kasa oti ho a Jesse Jimal se Musa Dankwa se himfa no ogina ye research no cause ono be bi ono Jesse wo ne de Musa Dankwa ka no and reflect wo ho Musa Dankwa de na me fa na ye nto so bi na mo hu ne research no the Musa Dankwa nkasa can. This is what Musa Dankwa was saying, you know. Say the President Mahama, you know, asan basro kra. John Gerald Kennedy, or say if you the integrity What's the integrity resignation of the former Chief Justice? I think he said the resignation of the former Chief Justice, but the NDC covered it for 9 months. Okay, or see, and young question the integrity of NDC because Munim said Mamina resigned for 9 months. NDC has covered the resignation of the minister. I don't know what someone says settings. And also who says scam because no. Makacha says NDC wohu a PR government. Omo de pentimamento. Ade ne nyakra ne pentino kama. Enuni. Sir, Mamia resigned, former Chief Justice are resigning from Council of State. But for 9 months, government has suppressed our information. Or say it's shockingly unbelievable. And I'll be who know. Victor Nyakono say if you are nipa na now can asem me Benefsin, I appreciate you. Benefsin, research at Benefsin I hear what assassin no. Musa Danko has to talk to him. Talk to him. Now I hear now my politicians use who are Clifford Asante Boateng say if you are there. Hatred for Asante from NDC for Bino sad because Asante for be voting for NDC and most of them so they occupy major positions in Sasani idea. They respect to call more 2 for no most of them be my president no. I was Ghana for so mujine ye pa or the fipari and or the bray that's bebre. Nihosa Osi Musa Dankwa is credible always so you they bleed okay. Or they also work out there. Proud African you see see pentimamento government and the NDC abayi omuye and frankly no see JDM has been disappointing and shockingly surprising sad Agnes Intia baby was say if ya Musa Dankwa works for no adi obenya and yet for the jobless and yet for Ghana for any the reality on the ground as a Musa Dankwa the ope entina or yes ano your friend saying okay, highly salacious. So that one so they are telling now about so bedin to know. I ignore. A champion Patrick said, I said it last year before. We can move as one country if we need. All we need is military rule. I disagree. Kobusa Burkina Faso no want bra or more bre under Tuare no. Military government will not help us. Just say democratic government need decent. No more dinocre, and it's possible. Because other countries of Africa has a Namibia, Botswana, a democratic governance, but they are doing well. Niamabu must be clear. Military government, they must say, I want to mean Kobus as a man who papa were here. Evakushi, also ministry, came out to say that they will do ticket 24 hours, and we are less than 3 hours to start, but no ticket for us. Okay. Was it ticketing for the Black Stars match? The ministry they catch up say, 24-hour ticketing, but so still 24-hour ticketing number. So, but 24-hour economy new grad. Asemu. Yentumianye. A champion or cast say, a champion account messages. Just say Ghana party no cray. Na visa crowd muko apply crowd visa no cartons. Okuja to black kwa bae mo mu ye visa ho adwuma o Ghana embassies especially Washington DC in New York omu nyina wapam omu nti ete wo apply for visa no kana system na say reboot we ye the way chichiro o man Ivakuchi o say auntie if you please Mahama and the minister no have lied to us about Canada ticket after we send the email they released the letter saying that they have not received any ticket from government we what President Mahama and the NDC for the intro Omuka somebody release tickets in Canada for game no. Basic ne no ticket. Now settings be no. Musumo ye 24-hour ticket no way. Ticket no way. Ebenezer say good evening Safia. You are doing a fantastic job. Please, what do you have to say about Canada Japan's comments about Affair military no? In fact, I had first say it was unfortunate that Canada Japan making statements. See, Canada Japan open so the president you and you are doing so on the ticket of MPP. Sometimes men bloggers and trigger to say something that you don't want to say. You were very much part of MPP Abai. So for you to say an MPP for to me and I didn't MPP for who can they point to be the person telling Ghanaians why MPP did not deliver on that hospital? Because you were board chairman of Ghana Gas was a power energy ministry. And can bank credit council more energy ministry you could have said okay yeah extra money the baba be after a hospital no as part of corporate social responsibility. Canada Japan should not be complaining about a hospital. You are a board chairman in Abain, although you're minister, but board chairman is a big position. And you are very much part of a Kufuado Abain. You should be the one to explain to us why. And I won't and never Canada Japan. Oh yeah, parachiki just say, oh yeah, old MPP ni experienced politician. we are giants in MPP. It is MPP and to me and deliver on a particular project. You are the one to explain to us. For you to come and repeat the problem, say, and I had an MPP for me and an MPP for yeah. You. Canada, and there was a MPP for no man, and this back and forth is completely unnecessary. Your birthday assembly why your papa kesiye would incubators near their command. That should be the center stage. Don't let bloggers trigger you. Don't let bloggers divert your attention from over. Oh, kwa could deliver donation. Now, for the idea, yeah, headline about Canada Japan comment about fairy farms. When you could have just limited them, patron, papa. Yeah, but here's a bit donating your medicine. Let's limit that. No question from anything. Question be abebu sabia should be questions that are focused on the donation. And the bear for the health sector. Me, yeah, anything be about for near the in found. I say more politicians need managers. Omo here conform manage omo. What I say? Here conform manage omo. What my blog about kwada wa mene asem ni nyina wo papa wo ye nyina divert attention ni nyina wa divert e dey akwa kwesi something else. Oh, I'm a papa, we ye and faso uncle for now was soon na and no more macofom, and I some of kind about ferry, you know, it out to a neck. I am before be cry reply, we need about ferry. Meanwhile, the focus should be about papa, oh, yeah. What has that got to do with a ferry? Wow, bang. Yeah, a champion 4K. See if ya kitchen blogger has protection from NDC. How much more said in them? He said in them, if you know, no wonder so NDC for money if you know, tea. Kitchen blog and a crab by a crumb and security protection 24/7, you know. And then one said the Franklin could you kind of my men serving prison via no fear no crest or fear. Yawa champion, your champion, my kind of message you. Vida Braco or see, hey, Vim lady, my future judge, very, very smart Vim lady. A branch away, frankly, also said in I'm being protected is not to serve any prison term. Nyade my men best serve any prison term, or say my men notify. Nyade obe serve any prison term bia you know say frankly could you akohu no abeti omoto no credit frankly could you e ka no friends personal homes or say minister is showing exactly why state corporations never are properly run. The ministers motivated by politics is supposed to override professional board and or see the minister no what about the cancer conference teaching hospital for juma omoye no ankoya na just a political no issue override the professional decision of CEO no any board ne say yentum to protect lives and that's the big question abranti we busa yera first Akando just Akando akojina parliament get president to say may close when human lives are involved and yet black and white what the president says because president in the policy no my and otiakra jubilee emergency word be any president he doesn't know what is going on the ground into a more ground no minister no ade way emergency ya nhwe and close ya asembaba obi be wu ha kra say ya ye be hold here for negligence more practice it me entum ne hwe nkrofo nkwa we the minister antia say at the end of the day, no, what does KKK no do? Does it save life? Obi be wu ho no beje ne kwa na. It's just this is needless. Doctors he strike no call 2 weeks kwa nka nipa be wu. Nipa be wu. And so minister perception chine a yen supporting said yo ye ne ye. Enye this is needless. This could have been avoided. What you say? It's just sad here Akando what you are doing mum whoever is behind you or show kutu pano nipa na advise so wrongly or advise so very wrongly pa Akando. Alexander lady tell the minister to provide the necessary infrastructure and also go and complete the hospital and stop this show now or your parliament where the power light now and why the budget you will see 10 years for wound to me okay on also say wound to me 10 years don't worry 10 years wound to me 10 years I mean wound to me only any and guarantee concession I mean count as long as the law has been applied the phobia home. But said nam tamaklo should not be at home drinking tea. What I say, oh person won't be condemned. But said nam tamaklo don't if you know tea. A law, it applies to everybody the same way. Obey them from so let everybody face the law. What I say, let everybody face the law. What I say, let everybody face the law. Friends saying, forever Gershon, and I'll say, did any of these press present at the time of the press release ask him why there's an increment with the money allocated to the presidency, while they claim that they've reviewed the numbers. And okay, see, press statement na yera a yidiba no. And can see a busano. Felix Kwache was then a number of people who work at the presidency, a swati, now so salary say did you or money akosro. They should have asked him, what you say, enona, a bit me a boa woman. Yes, I did any asem ebeba. Kofi Apia, or say, God bless you for the good worker. If you oh yeah, no, so I appreciate you so and I will join in here. Clifford Boatin or the NDC for any idea or support you or more there. Just said there more any argument I'm making it so laughable. Richard say good evening if you are help. Stephen Tufo, or Stephen, you are highly respected journalist. You always win my respect. Now, Chairman Kwame Sefakan, and unya bema obi ewo asempani a few journalists o Ghana muka hubi ene ne Ghana ejine yie no nti mu ye adwuma mu nkoso papa frankly say if ya mo kitchen blogger ne dey cannot read, cannot understand, cannot comprehend enti say wonim no kan say bi na we expose na ande me so porto pa say expose no say de o kan gama nche tumi ama nkofo a end strike a otumfo so a end strike no we saving nkofo ani nyina ye pe eboa ma Ghana ko nani at the end of the day Ghana wins. And nyo nipa baako na win at the end of the day in Ghana na win enti Victor nyaako no say if you aban we di akoya Q-Night aban o Q-Night aban enti eno nko na ekoso Prince person. Good evening Vim lady, my lovely sister. I hope so you are doing well. NDC for the asset the andam food soldiers ni ade ni nyina omo ahwe yi a omo de omo ye ne be collapse omo party de ekoso no enti omo hwe na omo ngire yie no omo hwe de ebeboa ma oman na tumi akọ nanim. Clifford Chain or say good afternoon if you are good afternoon Clifford me I appreciate you and me who live right no say vim and hell Christopher Johnson or say if you are we are with you pa na P Brown no say good afternoon if you are from Canada Christopher say mama wishing me mama added clotty 70th birthday mama won kwaso what 70 dey na say yankopon shira obi mmeka ho because 70 de enye obi a na nya ne saa ye bompa ese ye nyina nso ye bedru ehonum ebi obi kinsalase no say minister Akando pa amaye ne health minister de beba ani o ebi ani na chese ogina parliament ahwe niam nka wo so otumi ye no hwehwe de akwakosi ohu Max Smith and Adini Max Smith and say NDC de akwakoye scam omunye ye o because de ekono emwa wo mo ababi o say if I just want to know if the drone is still working in Ghana. Where is Moses, who was against the LGBT in Ghana? Pacho Moses one money there for some corner. So still Moses one money is one person who has been consistent. Still he's against the LGBT. Politicians in the FA have some comments because omo there. Omo no omo here demonstrate na say I some support first LGBT ne. Yeah pass LGBT no cry yi niema frame na Sam George ayet say ohun isi yi sections of film. Sam George hold the ohun oni MTF na ekon tokwa adani data ntokwa na Sam George adani MTF PRO ena onu no chire data mu ntokwa na onu kan se nkobekun ami pass LGBT ni de Sam George hold the Sam George radi nyankopon Sam George de o say hold the ohun yi why ohun yi say MTF na onu oyo omadwuma ma wo mu nti the MTF be kan ho na Sam George so it's just crazy. FNC anum say why Agnes Intia baby say if you are Canada Japan they don't mind him. Asamo kind they nkeni so kan and so the idea kosi no. But for Clifford but for say at least I say the least said about Canada Japan they better. Why no holier than thou? Asemo we o kan na ni se nko kan. Richard say hey NDC where is NDC 133 NDC hey and proud African is say 24-hour economy and they are done 24-hour Indomie. Boy, yeah. Indomie is say a ton 24-hour and I say Indomie they are not joking a ton. First Stephen Yabo say if you are authentic program ni eti no for Stephen. Me chia wo landing why me chia busia fo ni nyina ko asari say if you are what surprises a lot is that those who call the Kufuado arrogant are now the most arrogant people in the anymore there you are spot on because so share the arrogance as Sam George display now she said that Sam George see Kufuado is so arrogant say Kufuado behave it is a kola ya gene toy hey Sam George momo adio Sam George to me can say we chira won nana nimpo because Kufuado ye nana or Sam George nana no oh she said Sam George mom there Sam George was so copy Kufuado cho Sam George, you also compare Kufuor. Some of the things that Sam George that can't hear Kufuor, politics aside, he shouldn't have said it. Because on an impong. Hey, na wa ban ba Sam George aye nani. Mr. Sam George come on. Omoma politicians use so no na Sam George for oh yeah ma. Say NDC ni president man who say yes or they wrong. It dey work. It's not worth it. It's not worth it because we are saying no say around o ye nyina ye san ko besi echi. Ye kwa asamando e be kwa koshia wo ho. Na wa wo de abrante a wo nu na level. Wo school kra na say wo school a wo ye o masters here wo graduation. Wo ma me no papa di wechi wo tumi say omo nya na na do kra age mate. So no politics inti no run obi pa wo de ka wasem. Fire president ma Kufuor job no. But the extent that Sam George did you do here no. To the extent the dear friend Kufuor is also company. And then there was Sam George who call a public accounts committee who call vet ye busa Sam George that someone who are too full obi ebusa question who are too full who can we not Sam George at sian now who Sam George to make us esla muadie na the Sam George yes la anyemu half 1.5 years pe adia Sam George aye ne Ghana ha no esla wa anyemu half just obia Sam George too full man he doesn't care. We are no asa justify. Me what this Sam George? Hey Sam George. Hey, I mean say Sam George don't try hwehwemu. I don't think so we try hwehwemu. Konipa niema wo kan nka wo tape bia no record, we are no playback. No hwetenti me na me kan sa asem we. Politics should not let us do that oh. Politics should not let us go to the extent of anything na kitchen blogger ya na me tu no for no here. That obe say politicians we use na dampen no. Obe no ho. That obe who's a politician use no adamp na ya who politicians when they meet each other omo bon omo tonyum no omo ye high five no omo jabe na ya suma wo say wo de bedidi mkofo papa atem na ya suma wo say running mkofo papa down to the extent that next time she will become to me ntia no all because of politician no tua o ka mi ono no oni o share nipa no oni ne beto nse bibi o ba wo no suma wo so kodidi atem no share nipa no to me ntia no into o chine bi what ever say 30 years to come now baby here more then the pan will help unto me nkobusa for help no because ya suma wa mo didi nkofobia atem wo be feel say unsa so wachi until the day assemble na about say yes now we feel nka say 30 years ago wakoyi obi papa because Sam George ade we oyeye no na wo Sam George kra wo aunt ne president Kufuor ma eyire president Kufuor yiri free Sam George constituent of ni go pram and if nothing at all for when it to say want any president Kufuor yiri ba to me di president Kufuor atem na ono kra LGBT no ka ho na president Kufuor kra otisa akola ya je toy na president Kufuor is a pampered child. Gee, Sam George said I feel already 40 you wouldn't rule there you can say it to one na already 80 years ahe yo o de obi ka se ka shen kodu me sum to da asem kese na wa kan kire ono koso obi na ka say church elder Collins ya kwan say church elder wo de otufo na anye ye kra no ko scriptures ma Ephesians when Paul was talking about obi elder obi leader wa sorry mu suban awon o see the person must be obi an kasa ye boko the respectful person obi an anim yedru that's what the Bible says inti elder wo didi atem elder wo tumi koto kum na na do maye na erade kum na na do maye elder na elder no wan na cancel no wa sorry ho elder no eduma na elder ye na wan na ye Sam George cancel no wa sorry ho eh ani aso ho so de mo elder eduma no so de ebe din pa o